skip that part. Skip that clarification. As the one as the one white stand-up at this show, I don't have to already clarify that I am also oppressed. You just can't see it immediately by looking at me, but you can tell by talking to me for roughly 5 minutes that something is just a little bit off. So I'll tell everyone a little bit more about that tonight. This is my 4th stand-up show ever. And I'm already making a plan in advance for my inevitable abject failure in this field, which is that if I can't be funny, I will at least attempt to educate the masses through my set. So I'll tell you a little bit more. I'm gender fluid. If you don't know what being gender fluid is, have you ever just felt kind of weird? You might be gender fluid. What it really is that essentially sometimes I feel a little bit more like a boy, sometimes I feel a little bit more like a girl, sometimes I don't really feel like either, sometimes I feel like a combination of things. And as such, life is really simple and easy, and I never have issues. It's interesting being gender fluid. I don't, like a trans woman or a trans man will talk a lot about experiencing dysphoria with the gender that they were assigned at birth. I'm never exactly experiencing dysphoria. I'm never quite uncomfortable with my gender, but I'm basically never fucking satisfied. Never quite all the way where I want to be. It'll be interesting. The things that make me experience gender euphoria are things like pissing at a urinal while wearing a dress. Really make me feel all of my gender at once. People who are non-binary will sometimes do HRT or and some form of gender affirming care to make them sort of towards the middle, like not quite in either direction. That's not exactly what I want. I'd like to go as far as possible in both directions at once. I would like giant abs, and from them I would like to spring forth giant breasts. I would like to be balding all the way to the top and then have my hair run all the way down to my ankles. And I would like an ass that is both square and round at the same time. I don't know how possible that is. I don't know how well these pants grow off my ass, but I'm kind of getting there. That's not, in all truth and justice, I will say, that's not exactly what I want. I would really like to be able to just switch at a whim. I would like to shapeshift. I think it's really funny. I'll say that I'd like to shapeshift. I'd like to wake up every other day as a man and a woman, and then I'll talk to a trans woman, and they're like, I'd like to shapeshift once, and then stay that forever. I would also, you can't shapeshift, I would also like to be able to shoot medical lasers out of my fingertips so that I can more easily remove ingrown hairs, so you just can't always get what you want in life. I'm sorry to say. So I'm also autistic. If you didn't know, autistic people are 4 times more likely to be trans. Trans people are 4 times more likely to be autistic. That's how math works, as far as I know. Just a comedian. As an autistic person, I have a totally normal brain that thinks normal thoughts and has normal ideas. So I'm going to tell you about some new invention ideas I've had recently. First up, I've been waking up in bed, just not knowing really what to do with myself. So my first invention idea is a mattress with a fleshlight embedded into it, so that when you wake up with morning wood, you have something that you can immediately deal with it. My second invention idea, my shower door exploded, and then entirely unrelated, they had to demolish my entire shower, and I was without a shower for several days. They sadly did not make this addition to my shower when they remade it, but I think my second invention idea will be a shower with a fleshlight embedded into it. So that if you have a boner in the shower, you can immediately deal with it. And then my third invention idea, I currently don't own a toaster. And it's an issue because toasters are complete dog shit, and I don't want to buy one because I don't think they're worth any money, but I do objectively think they're useful. So I would really like us to make improvements to toasters such as that I feel like they're worth money. So my third invention idea is a toaster with a fleshlight. That way, when you kill yourself, you can at least have a little bit of fun while you're doing it. Okay, I'll end off with this. I'm vegan. I don't like making vegan jokes. They give me horrible anxiety, and I especially don't like it when non-vegans make vegan jokes. But I'll say this. Whenever I tell people that I'm vegan, one of the first things they say is like, oh, I could never quit cheese. I love cheese so much. And I'm just like, people quit heroin. People quit cocaine. People quit internet pornography. I like internet pornography way more than I like cheese, and I've quit both. You can quit cheese. Okay, this is something I haven't practiced before, but I'll say it real quick because it's topical. I'm one of the 42 million Americans that is losing SNAP benefits this month. And I will say, no one is less surprised that this has happened than every single fucking person that's on SNAP benefits. I wrote an entire pilot about how bullshit SNAP benefits are and how fucked up the system is and how you can lose them at any moment for any reason and how they don't give you more money if you pay rent over $500, even though I've never lived in a place that had rent that cheap in my entire goddamn life. So yes, it's very bullshit that we've all lost these things, but if you're actually on social services, you're so used to losing shit and shit getting fucked up for no reason that when you get a text message that says, because of the government shutdown, SNAP benefits will be delayed, you're just like, yeah, okay, fine. Another month that I don't get the fucking shit that I should be getting. But sorry to leave on a downer, but apparently the courts are fighting back. And we all know that when the courts fight back recently in this country with the Supreme Court as it is, it always works and it never gets reversed. So we're totally good on that front. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I've been